All right, if you're having a hard time getting in the Christmas spirit, well, you may want to take a trip down to SeaWorld San Antonio. Justin is out live learning all about their holiday attractions. All right, Justin, do you see what I see? It's not a star, it's a camel. What's going on?
Oh, yeah, absolutely, Paul. We got camels, we have jumpers, toy soldiers. It's such a busy morning over here at SeaWorld, and we're with the man, the myth, the legend, Chuck Carone. Chuck, thanks for having us.
Thanks for coming out today. SeaWorld's Christmas celebration is where you want to spend the holidays. We got these toy soldiers. Look at that. I'm tired just watching them. They do such a great job. One of the many new things that we have here this Christmas.
Yeah, what all do y'all have to offer this year at SeaWorld?
Well, first off, lights. You can't have Christmas without having lights. We've got millions of lights. It's such a beautiful, it's so many Instagrammable moments out here. Of course, there's food. You got to have your Christmas sweets. You know, we got cookies, we got Christmas churros and pretzels, and we even have some refreshing adult beverages, some spiked hot cocoa for the big kids out there. For the little kids, we have the Sesame Street Christmas Parade. All of the favorite Sesame Street friends are out there waving, singing to the Christmas carols that we all love. And one thing that we have that we're really very proud of is something called Oh Wondrous Night. It is the greatest story never told. It is the story of the Nativity, the very first Christmas. But of course, this is SeaWorld, so this story is told through the eyes of the animals that were there. So some of those animals would be a donkey, maybe a sheep, or a camel. And speaking of camels,
oh yeah, speaking of camels, we got to check out the camel. We got to speak with the camel expert, Ann Margaret. Ann Margaret, thanks for having us.
Thanks for being here.
Oh my gosh.
And Gus.
Yeah, who all do we have here?
So this is Gus, and then Coco's in the middle. She's the only girl we have here this year, and then that's Reno on the other side of Coco.
Oh, Ann Margaret, you were telling us some fun facts about camels and the adaptability of camels because they're normally from desert climates. Can you tell us some of the fun facts about them?
Absolutely. They have so many cool adaptations. The first of which are the eyelashes. Every girl will be so jealous of these eyelashes. They have 2 rows of eyelashes. They also have what's called a nictitating membrane. That's a long word for a clear eyelid that moves from side to side, and that keeps the sand out but allows them to see when they're walking through the desert. Pretty neat, right?
Oh yeah, and you were mentioning these camels can consume a lot of water.
They sure can, like 53 gallons in 10 minutes.
53,
Yeah.
What makes them consume all that water? Like you said, they store it all over their bodies.
Yeah.
It's kind of the big misconception is they store it in their hump.
Correct. Everyone thinks they store water up here in the hump. They do not. They actually store the water in their bloodstream, which is kind of really unusual. They have different shaped red blood cells. So that's kind of a neat thing about camels. What is actually in the hump is about 80 pounds of fat. So yeah, so if they're out walking around in the desert and they can't find food or water, they can actually break that fat down into water and energy. And the hump will go flat. And then when they eat again, it goes back up.
And you mentioned depending on their climate, they can go up to how many days without water?
They can go 15 days without water when it's really hot. In the winter months, when it's colder weather, they can actually go 5 to 6 months without water. Isn't that crazy?
Oh, that sounds amazing,
Yeah.
Anna Margaret. Thank you so much, and guys, thank you so much. They haven't spat in my face. I don't think they were spitting, but I want to. Oh yeah, but I want to take it back to Chuck. Chuck, are there also mariachis out here?
yes, we have the Merry Mariachis. You know, it's San Antonio. we love mariachis as part of our culture. We kind of put a Christmas spin on it here out at SeaWorld. So we have our Merry Mariachis. We also have Rudolph and Friends. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is out here at SeaWorld during our Christmas celebration. I'm talking Rudolph, I'm talking Clarice, Hermie, the Abominable Snowman, all those great characters from that amazing Christmas special that we all grew up with. So again, so much to see and do out here at SeaWorld's Christmas celebration.
And of course, jolly old Saint Nick as well. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Santa Claus is here, Mrs. Claus is here. You can actually go home for the holidays, and Mrs. Claus actually relocated her kitchen to SeaWorld San Antonio, so you can actually dine with Santa and Mrs. Claus. So much fun.
Oh, that sounds awesome. And Chuck, where can folks get tickets, and how long are y'all running for?
Yes, it's now every day through January 5th. You can go to SeaWorldSanAntonio.com to learn more about the Christmas celebration and also the New Year celebration that we have on the 31st.
Oh, awesome. Chuck and Margaret, thank you so much for having us. And I'm going to send it
Thanks
back
for
to
being here.
Roma and Paul in studios. And guys, don't you feel the season of the spirit out here at SeaWorld?
Just by watching this, yeah, it's gone up like 10 levels. But I got a question for you, Justin. I think I've got the answer, but why the black and white hats instead of the red one?
It's an orca, Paul. Come on.
That's what I thought. That is what I
SeaWorld.
thought. Okay, for SeaWorld. Okay, now you know. Okay, now everybody, if you had the question at home, we got the answer. All right, thank you, Justin. Appreciate it. Well, those camels, they are awesome too, right?